Good evening, friends. Today, let us learn about simple past. In the earlier classes, we have learnt about simple present, present continuous, and their structures. Let us learn simple past with was and were. Okay, remaining verbs, other verbs, we'll see again. But for now, in this session, let us understand how was and were work. In simple present, we discussed the structure is for is, am, is, are. The structure for the structure I am, he, she, it is, we, you, they, are. If it is a negative sentence, we add not. I am not. I am not in London. He, she, it is not in London. We, you, they are not in London. Right. Present continuous is the same thing. Am plus ing. Am, is, are again in present continuous plus ing. For example, I am doing. He is doing. He is singing. I am singing. This ing form of the verb will come. I am singing. He is singing. They are singing. Right. We need a second verb in present continuous. In simple present, am is sufficient. Right. In present continuous, we need am plus a second verb. In simple past, again, this am turns into was. Is also, it changes into was, or changes into were. Right. I was. He, she, it was. We, you, they were. Right. This is a this transformation. Please note this transformation. There are only two ways: was and were. In simple present, am, is, are. There are three ways. Right. In simple past, we just need to remember was and were. And if it is a negative sentence, we add not. Let us look at some examples. Then this thing will become very clear. Okay. I am tired. This is simple present. I was tired last night. I am tired means it is right now. At the time of speaking, I am tired. I was tired last night. Because it was past, we called it, we use simple past for this. I was tired last night. This is the structure. See, for I, it is again was. I was tired last night. Nothing else changes. I am tired. I am tired now. I was tired. Where is Anne? That means at the time of speaking, right now, where is Anne? Where was Anne yesterday? This is yesterday. This is past. That's why we use simple past. Nothing changes. Where is Anne to where was Anne? Means this is here. Anne is he, she, it. So where was? Where was Anne? The weather is good today. That means he, she, it. It is good today. That means at the time of speaking. The weather, he, she, it again, was good last week. It was past. Right. So this is has changed to this was. Okay. Again, you are late. You are late. You were late yesterday. You are late means at this point for this meeting, which is happening right now. You are late. You were late yesterday. Why? Because we, you, they, in simple present it is are, or in simple past it becomes were. Okay. Similarly, they are not here. It is in simple present. In simple past, it would be they were not here last Sunday. They were not. They were not. We, you, they were not. This is the structure. Right. Now look at this. Last year, Rachel was 22. That means it was past. It was last year. So she is 23 now. So this second part of the sentence, this is in simple present. This is in simple past. Okay. When I was a child, that means this is past. I was afraid of dogs. Right. See, I am in simple present. I was in simple past. Okay. When I was a child, I was afraid of dogs. We were hungry after the journey, but we were not tired. We, you, they is were. Right. And were not. We were hungry. That's why. After the journey. That means this thing has already happened. After the journey, we were hungry, but we were not tired. Probably the journey happened yesterday, day before, last month, whatever. The hotel was comfortable. right? But it was not expensive. Again, this hotel we stayed some time back. We are not staying right now. That's why this is in simple past. Comfortable, but it was not expensive. Was the weather good when you were on holiday? That means the holiday has already happened. This was past. That's why was the weather good? Okay. The question in questions, this is a question, right? Like in simple present, am I late? Is he late? Are you late? The question am comes before I or am, is, are. These words come before these words. Right? I, he, we. Right in question. Am I late? Or is he late? In simple past, the question it's the same way. Was I late? Was he late? Were they late? Okay. This was and were they come before the subject, right? So was the weather good? The weather was good would have been a normal sentence. Was the weather good is a question. So was comes before the weather. The weather is a subject. Subject is like we discussed multiple times. Subject is about what we are discussing in the sentence. The sentence is about the weather. So that's why the weather is a subject. Was the weather good when you were on holiday? You were, right? Those shoes are nice. Were they expensive? Those shoes are nice. That means they are nice right now. When you are looking at them, they are nice. Were they expensive? It is not are they expensive because you have bought them earlier. You are not buying them right now. Right? The purchase happened long ago. That's why were they expensive? Those shoes are nice. Are nice is in simple present. That means at this point, right now when we are speaking, I am looking at the shoes and I am saying those shoes are nice. Were they expensive? Got it, right? Please don't get confused. It is not are they expensive, though you are asking right now, were they expensive? Why were you late this morning? Right now, probably at the time of speaking, this is evening. Well, so that's why were you late this morning? This is past. Okay, this thing has already happened. Morning has already happened. That's why were you late? Hope you understood the basic sentence structure was, were. Okay, I, he, she, it would be was. It will be was only. We, you, they, it will be were. That's the only difference. Okay, now let us look at some exercises. Last year, that means it is past. That's why we have to put present or past, right? Last year, that's why it should be was. She was 22. This right now means present. So she is 23 now. Today, the weather. Today means it is present. The weather is nice. But yesterday, it is past. So it was very cold. I hungry. Can I have something to eat? Can I have something to eat? Means right now at the time of speaking. So I am hungry. I feel fine this morning. Right. Please remember I am. I am. He, she, it is. We are. Okay. I feel fine this morning. That means in this morning I feel fine. Last night, that means it is past. I was very tired. That's why it should be I was. Right? Was. For I, it is was. Please remember this. Please remember this table. Okay? Where dash you? At 11 o'clock last Friday morning. Last Friday mornings. That means this has already happened. This is past. So where were you? Were you? We, you, they. It should be were. Okay? Don't buy those shoes. Don't buy those shoes. That means it is happening at this point of speaking, at the time of speaking. That's why it should be, they are very expensive because you have not bought them yet. You are thinking of purchasing. That's why they are very expensive. I like your new jacket. Here it should be, was it expensive? Because this fellow has already bought this jacket long ago. Right? That's why it is, was it expensive? For example, in this example also, those shoes are nice. Were they expensive? So it should be, were they expensive, not are they expensive. Similarly, I like your new jacket. So was it expensive? This time last year, that means it has already passed. This is a past time. So I was in Paris. Where children? That means the question is right now at the time of speaking. So where are the children? I don't know. 10 minutes ago. That means it is past, not right now. They were in the garden. So they were is the correct word. They were in the garden 10 minutes ago. Okay. Let us look at few more examples. The traffic was bad. Late you this morning. Why? We have to make a question. Right. So whenever there is a question, the question word will come first. Why? Right. So because it is a question, then were, then subject, then the rest. Right. It should not be why you were late this morning. So why, then were, then subject you late this morning. We discussed this one will come before the subject in a question. Was I late? Was he late? Why was I late? Why was he late? Likewise. So was will come before the subject, before I, before he, she, it, before we, you, they. And the question words will always come before everything. So why were you late this morning? Got it? Difficult? Your exam. No, it was easy. That means it was already done. Right. The answer was no, it was easy. That means what should be the question? Was your exam difficult? Right. Your exam difficult. Was will come first. Your exam was difficult is a normal statement. Was your exam difficult is a question. Right. Was your exam difficult? Last week, where Anne and Chris. Last week. That means it is past. They were on holiday. Where is a question word? So where will come? Where will come first? Where Anne and Chris. That means they. Where were Anne and Chris? Were will come before they. Right. We discuss question words. These words, these verbs will go before we, you, they. When it is a question, right? Where were Anne and Chris last week? How much your new camera? This person purchased. We have to put was or were, right? How much your new camera? That means he, she, it. Your new camera means he, she, it. It was. So how much was? How much will come first? Then was. Then your new camera. How much was your new camera? 60 pounds. Angry you yesterday. Why? Because you were late. Why will come first? Then, because it is you, were. Why were you angry yesterday? Okay. Yes, it was beautiful. Nice weather last week. So, was the question should be with was. Was the weather nice last week? Right? Was the weather. The weather was nice last week is an answer. Right. A positive statement would have been the weather was nice last week. If it is a question, it should become was the weather nice last week? Right. Was the weather? The order will change. The order will just reverse. The weather was nice too. Was the weather nice? Right. Hope you understood this. How to make simple questions using was and were. Okay. This in this class we learnt about was and were, how to use was and were in simple past. Right. In simple present, we use am, is, are. For am, the past is was. For is, the past is was. For are, the past is were. Okay. So these are different. For this verb, am, is, are, the past is like this. There are two pasts, was and were. Okay. Hope you understood this. Now, in the next class, we'll pick up more verbs, other forms of verbs, and then see how simple past happens there. Thank you, guys. All the best.